In this video series, we have covered how to deploy self-hosted Teams connectors using the blue-green deployment strategy. The architecture diagram is shown. The blue connector was deployed first. As it was the first time that a Teams connector was deployed in our environment, the following tasks were completed. The CVI app was created. Admin consent granted for the CVI app to integrate to Teams and Microsoft 365. Enabled lobby bypass for CVI. Configured CVI joining instructions for Teams invites. Enabled all users with CVI. These tasks were not repeated for the second green connector, nor will they need to be repeated for future upgrades. The blue connector was deployed successfully and configured to work with our Infinity deployment. It was tested to be working as designed, with trusted and untrusted endpoints able to join Teams meetings. The green connector was deployed in parallel, without any impact on the production blue connector. Once deployment was successful, Infinity was configured to use the green connector. Please note that at this stage in a real-world scenario, Infinity would need to be upgraded to match the version of the green connector. Testing proved the deployment to be working as designed, with trusted and untrusted endpoints able to join Teams meetings via the green connector. At this stage, it would be safe to power off the blue connector as it is no longer in production. Now that the blue-green deployment was successful, it is important to look to the future. For future upgrades, you would redeploy the connector which is not currently in production. In our example, this is the blue connector. A scheduled maintenance window should be used to upgrade Infinity, reconfigure call routing rules, and to complete user acceptance testing. When upgrading either of the connectors, the standard redeployment steps should be followed in the docs. You must ensure that the variable script and TLS certificate specific to the connector are used. For example, if you are upgrading the blue connector, you must reuse the blue variable script and TLS certificate. The public IP of the connector load balancer will not change, but the public IP addresses of the individual VMSS instances will change. Therefore, it is critical to update firewall rules to cater for the updated addresses. It's vital to follow the documentation which is specific to the version you are deploying. Procedures could change between versions, and following an incorrect one will lead to avoidable issues. A strong recommendation is to make use of a basic Infinity Lab system. It would allow a newly upgraded connector to be used for test calls, meaning that the connector can be validated before a production switchover. Remember that one of the benefits of the blue-green strategy is to reduce risk, and running an Infinity Lab further adds to this. Last but not least, docs.pexip.com is your reference point for all self-hosted Pexip products. It is the single source of truth. Read and follow the guides which are provided when undertaking a blue-green connector deployment, or any other activity.